In a jaw-dropping turn of events that has sent shockwaves through the entertainment industry, Wong Iba has reportedly made an extraordinary gesture that left even his closest associates stunned, while Xiao Zhan's mysterious Paris journey with his uncle has sparked a frenzy of speculation that threatens to reshape everything fans thought they knew about these two superstars. The entertainment world was thrown into complete chaos yesterday, when insider sources revealed details of what industry veterans are calling the most unexpected celebrity gesture of the decade. The revelation came to light through a series of leaked communications that have since been verified by multiple independent sources, painting a picture so astonishing that even seasoned entertainment journalists are struggling to comprehend the full implications of what has unfolded. But what exactly happened that has left Wang Yibo himself reportedly speechless and shaken, according to those closest to him? And why has Xiao Zhan's seemingly innocent family trip to Paris become the center of a media storm that shows no signs of abating? The answer lies in a chain of events so extraordinary that it reads like something out of a Hollywood script, yet every detail has been meticulously documented by sources who were present during these earth-shattering moments. According to multiple verified reports from industry insiders who spoke on condition of anonymity, Wang Yibo made an unprecedented decision that has left his management team scrambling to understand the full ramifications. The 27-year-old superstar, known for his calculated public persona and carefully managed image, allegedly took actions that were so far outside his usual behavioral patterns that those closest to him are questioning whether they truly knew him at all. The story begins 3 weeks ago when Xiao Zhan, the 33-year-old actor and singer who has maintained a relatively low profile in recent months, made what appeared to be a routine announcement about taking a brief hiatus from his scheduled commitments. What seemed like a standard industry practice has now taken on an entirely different meaning in light of the shocking revelations that have emerged. Sources close to Xiao Zhan's family revealed that the trip to Paris was not merely a vacation, but rather a carefully planned journey that involved his uncle, a man who has remained largely out of the public eye despite his nephew's astronomical rise to fame. The uncle, whose identity has been closely guarded by the family, was reportedly experiencing significant health concerns that required specialized medical attention available only in select European facilities. The timing of Xiao Zhan's departure raised eyebrows among industry observers, particularly given the actor's known dedication to his professional commitments and his reluctance to take extended breaks from his career. However, what has emerged about Wang Yibo's involvement in this situation has transformed a private family matter into a story that is dominating headlines across multiple continents. The moment that changed everything came when Wang Yibo, in what witnesses describe as a state of visible emotional distress, made a phone call that would soon become the subject of intense speculation and analysis. Security footage from a Shanghai hotel lobby, later verified by independent sources, shows Wang Yibo engaged in what appears to be an intense conversation, gesturing emphatically while speaking into his phone. The conversation, which lasted approximately 15 minutes, was followed by a series of rapid-fire calls that continued for over an hour. Within hours of these calls, a series of events began to unfold that would leave entertainment industry veterans questioning everything they thought they knew about the relationship between these two megastars. The first indication that something extraordinary was happening came when luxury travel arrangements were made with an immediacy and level of detail that suggested careful planning rather than spontaneous decision-making. The revelation that Wang Yibo had personally arranged for VIP flight tickets for Xiao Zhan's uncle emerged through sources within the aviation industry who were bound by confidentiality agreements but felt compelled to speak out due to the unprecedented nature of the arrangements. The tickets, which industry experts estimate to have cost well into the six-figure range, were not merely first-class accommodations but rather represented the highest level of luxury travel available through private aviation services. What makes this gesture even more shocking is the level of personal attention Wang Yibo reportedly paid to every detail of the arrangement, personally calling the aviation company's CEO to ensure that every aspect of the journey would meet his exacting standards. Witnesses report that Wang Yibo spent over 3 hours on the phone with various service providers, discussing everything from meal preferences to medical equipment that would be available during the flight. The implications of this revelation have sent shockwaves through fan communities around the world, with many questioning what could have motivated such an extraordinary display of generosity and concern. Industry analysts are struggling to find comparable examples of such personal involvement in what would typically be handled through management teams and publicists. The mystery deepened when it became apparent that Wong Iba's involvement in the arrangements was not limited to the flight itself. Sources within the Paris medical community revealed that comprehensive arrangements had been made for Xiao Zhan's uncle's care, including access to specialists who typically have waiting lists extending months into the future. The speed and efficiency with which these arrangements were made has raised questions about the extent of Wang Yibo's connections and influence within international medical circles. The emotional impact of these revelations on Wang Yibo himself has become a subject of intense scrutiny, with those closest to him reporting that the usually composed superstar has been visibly affected by the entire situation. Colleagues who have worked with Wang Yibo for years report that his behavior in recent weeks has been markedly different, with increased periods of reflection and what some describe as an almost protective intensity when discussing matters related to his professional commitments. The transformation in Wang Yibo's demeanor has not gone unnoticed by industry professionals who have worked with him on recent projects. Directors and producers who have collaborated with the superstar describe a noticeable shift in his approach to his work, with increased focus and what some interpret as a deeper emotional connection to his performances. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan's journey to Paris has taken on dimensions that extend far beyond a simple family medical emergency. Sources within the French entertainment industry report that the actor's presence in the city has not gone unnoticed, with several high-profile cultural institutions reaching out to express interest in potential collaborations. However, those close to Xiao Zhan insist that his focus remains entirely on his family obligations and that any professional opportunities are secondary to his primary concerns. The relationship between Xiao Zhan and his uncle has been a closely guarded aspect of the actor's personal life, with very little public information available about the man who has now become the center of international attention. Industry sources reveal that the uncle played a significant role in Xiao Zhan's early career development, providing both emotional support and practical guidance during the challenging early years of his entertainment industry journey. The depth of Wang Yibo's knowledge about Xiao Zhan's family situation has raised questions that have sent speculation into overdrive, with industry observers wondering how such detailed information about a typically private family matter came to be known by someone outside the immediate family circle. The level of personal involvement that Wang Yibo has demonstrated suggests a connection that extends far beyond professional courtesy or casual acquaintance. Entertainment industry veterans are drawing parallels to other instances of unexpected celebrity generosity, but many acknowledge that the specific circumstances of this situation are unprecedented in their experience. The combination of personal involvement, financial generosity, and emotional investment that Wang Yibo has demonstrated represents a level of commitment that challenges conventional understanding of professional relationships within the industry. The international dimensions of this story have added layers of complexity that continue to unfold. The French medical facility where Xiao Zhan's uncle is receiving treatment has become the subject of intense media attention, with reporters from multiple countries attempting to gather additional information about the situation. However, strict privacy protocols and the discreet nature of the arrangements have made it difficult for media outlets to verify many of the details surrounding the medical care being provided. The timeline of events has become a subject of particular interest to those attempting to understand the full scope of what has transpired. Analysis of publicly available information, combined with verified reports from industry sources, suggests that the decision-making process that led to these extraordinary arrangements was compressed into a remarkably short period, indicating either exceptional planning capabilities or access to resources that allowed for immediate action. The financial implications of Wang Yibo's gesture have become a topic of significant discussion within industry circles. Conservative estimates suggest that the total cost of the arrangements, including flights, medical care, and associated services, could easily exceed several $100,000. The willingness to commit such resources on what appears to be relatively short notice has raised questions about the nature of the relationship that would justify such an investment.